Congressman and Air National Guard pilot Adam Kinzinger goes on the record. Good evening, sir.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. Okay, I don't get this. The president's clearly taking military strikes against these people, right?
Yeah.
Yet he says he needs an authorization for the use of force. So either he's doing it without that authorization and he's sort of going rogue. Meanwhile, the Republicans are hammering him for not stepping up against ISIS.
Yeah.
And the Republicans who own the House have not introduced a declaration of war under their congressional or constitutional powers.
So I've introduced authorization of the use of force, but here's really what it comes down to. So the president, I believe, actually is acting legally under existing fight against al-Qaeda,
so why does he need
and
that?
Iraq. Because it's good to wipe the slate clean, and say, here's for going after the Islamic State. It's a little different. It takes a lot of iterations to say this is, in essence, al-Qaeda and its allies.
Why not go to the clean words of the Constitution, which says Congress has the authority to declare war? And if we're at war, we're at war.
Yeah, I'd be for that. That's fine. I'd vote for that. But it hasn't happened since World War II. So operating under the War Powers Act, the War Powers Resolution, and where we are today, it'll be authorization of the use of force, which has happened obviously a number of times. However, the president's use of force authorization that he gave to Congress would be among the first times ever that he has limited himself. It is a 3-year limit, and it also says no enduring offensive operations, which basically means ground troops. And it would hamstring the next president that comes in. I hope it's a Republican. The next president that comes in will be hamstrung because of this AUMF from doing what is actually going to be necessary to destroy ISIS. So I won't vote for what the president put forward, and that's why, Congress has stalled. I put forward one that stripped the limitations out. People like Duncan Hunter, Martha Roby, Carlos Cabello, they're all on it. We have a great team. Let's pass that one and tell the president he can destroy ISIS.
All right. Well, I think a lot of this is sort of a distraction of fight. We should either declare war consistent with the Constitution and skip this or whatever.
Yep.
Okay, you're in. We're either declare or don't declare. All right, President's speech last night.
I thought it was weak, and I thought it was a president that seemed like he had to give a speech. His heart didn't fully seem in it. It's fine that he called it terror. That's good. I don't want to take that away from it. But again, you go into the issue of gun control. I didn't hear him go into a whole lot of talk about how brutal the Islamic Caliphate, Islamic State really is anyway. He had an opportunity to say, under my leadership, and by the time I'm out of office, there will be no Islamic Caliphate, no Islamic State, and I'm making that commitment, and we'll use every tool. Instead, you watch the speech and you say, what was new? Nothing except the location. Right, and I've been saying on your show he should do it from the Oval Office. I just thought he should have been a little more forceful this time. All
right, well, the viewers get to participate in this one because I want to know what they think at home. So, viewers, did President Obama's Oval Office speech on terrorism make you feel safer? Tweet yes or no using hashtag Greta, and we're going to show you your live Twitter votes throughout the show. All right, the president, after he gave the speech, went off to the Kennedy Center. Any problem with those optics?
Yeah, I mean, it's all wrong. It basically says, hey, I'm going to talk about a very important issue, and I'm going to go have a party. Look, I don't want to be overly harsh of that. The president, he has multiple things he can do. He can walk and chew gum at the same time. But there has not been a good optic since really in the whole fight against the Islamic State. But you think about what happened in Paris. He spends more time attacking Republicans overseas. Could you imagine if Putin was in Washington and the airliner was shot down and he spent more time not talking about the people that shot down the airliner, but talked about his opposition party? We'd be looking at this going, well, they're crazy. So this is what we have as a president that thinks of everything through the political optics of what's going on, and not like a president should, and like presidents have been throughout history, which is, look, my job is not to deal with politics now. It's to protect the American people, and we don't feel safe.
Congressman, thank you. And, of course, we look forward to see how the viewers, what they vote, whether they feel safer or not. Thank you, sir.